Welcome back. Today we will talk about shooting in games while your character is leaning. Moreover, your sight is leaning to left or right. In most modern shooting games that pretend to implement realism, your bullet aims right into leaning side. It especially irritates if it happens when you are shooting with optic sight for long range distance. What happens if you are doing this in game that respects ballistics and understands how weaponry sight system is functioning? As warming up, let's just shoot in the wall standing right near it. You can see that bullet aims below the sight, and that is correct, because barrel is under sight line. If you try the same in most games, you will get a hole right at the place where you are aiming to with your sight. Back to leaning. If you roll your rifle, you are corrupting all sight system. All adjustments will be broken. Let's try to do this at different distances. Let's try at 100 meters. So there is no big difference. Let's try at 300 meters. You can see the bullet is slightly shifting to the side of the leaning. Moreover, it adds bullet drop, so aiming is happening below the sight. This is 300 meters. What happens at 1 kilometer? So now effect is obvious, and you are even not close. Bullet drops somewhere left or right. Because your height correction is becoming your left or right correction, and you are sending bullet left or right. In our case, leaning is affecting already at 300 meters, and it is resulting as a miss at long distances more than 600 meters. So shooting with leaning in case of long distances is a bad idea, and it harms aiming even at short distances. Let's shoot upward now, so we have targets at different distances. 300 meters, 600 meters and 1 kilometer. We can adjust your sight to the distances and we will fail. Let's check. Let's start from 300 meters. Okay. So you are aiming to the edge of the target. Even sometimes you miss. So this is big target. This is human sized target. If it's something small, you will fail. So let's try to aim the corner, so you can see we miss. Okay, this is 300. What happens if we shoot at 600 distance? So it totally lows. And if we adjust our aiming sight our sight rear to 1 kilometer, it will be somewhere else. Very, very far away from a target. So why it happens? It happens because gravity affects on bullet velocity, but we don't need these adjustments, angle adjustments, and our bullet is not dropping. It just flies up, straight up. So it can be smart to set shorter distance at your rear sight to improve aiming, but it is not correct, because it's highly possible that shortest distance is adjusted at first zero, and barrel has high angle in comparison with if it has for the nearest distance behind the second zero. So you have to know your weapon and choose position where angle between sight line and barrel line is minimal. And now you can see why most of us fail. So you can see I adjusted for 100 meters and I aim to this target. Adjusted to 50 meters. I fail. I aim once, but second one I fail. So okay. Let's see what happens if the target is not over the shooter, but still at some height. Where is it? It is somewhere there. So distance is 500 meters. It aims a little over, but error is not critical. If we decrease it, we still aim it. Okay. What happens if the target is below us? So we have the target at distance 500 meters below the level of the shooter. Okay, so we adjust for 500 and we can see that it still aims a little above the sight. So bullet just is not dropping enough because it is already flying down. What happens if this is 1 kilometer distance and the target is 500 meters below the shooter level? Yes, shooter level. Let's adjust to 1 kilometer. Shoot. And you can see that we miss. So it is better to adjust a little less, and we aim. So now you can see that modern shooters has nothing common with real gun shooting, and it is just clicking some screen area with your mouse. It is cool to check all your guesses and instantly see visual illustration instead of spending a lot of time and efforts doing calculations using sophisticated formulas. For instance, I expected that height affect a lot on aiming with real sights, but effect is not critical, and you can just ignore that your target can be slightly higher or lower than you. Only distance matters. And you can see that sights are useless for shooting planes. You need just aim a barrel to their direction, and gravity is only slowing bullet, but not deviated. And you can see how aligning affects on shooting precision. If you want to play such games, IAM is your only hope. Please support me at Patreon or Boosty, or at least give me your like and subscription. Take care yourself.